Hello, dear students. I am Samir Velankar and I welcome all of you to this sixth video on structures in C. In this video, we will be seeing how to declare a pointer to a structure. All of us know that structure variables are stored in the memory and structure variables have some base address. That base address can be stored in a pointer and then pointer can be used to manipulate the structure. But before we go to this topic itself, let us do a quick review on what have you learned in the pointers topic. Very quick review just in 4 points. Now you all know the definition of pointer. Pointer is a variable which can store address of another variable. After all, pointer is basically used for storing address. Next is how to declare a pointer. Now pointer is always declared by writing data type followed by asterisk followed by name of the variable. For example, we can declare a pointer to an integer like this, int asterisk p. Now this is read as p is a pointer of integer type or p is a int pointer. Now the next thing is that if p is a pointer to int and x is a int variable, then this statement everybody knows this, p is equal to and x. Now and is an address operator and this is read as address of x, the right hand side. Then address of x will be loaded in the pointer p. So in case, suppose in my program, if I am having a integer variable x whose value is 10 and we say p is equal to ampersand x, then whatever is the address of x, maybe x is stored at address 100, then that address will be stored by the pointer p. And we say the pointer p points to x. We say p points to x or p stores address of x. Now once this happens, if the pointer p points to x, then the notation asterisk p, this was such an important notation, isn't it? Asterisk p means value to which p points, value to which the pointer points. But notice value to which the pointer points is nothing but value of x. So asterisk p is nothing but value of x. We also introduced ourselves to this word alias in that topic. Asterisk p is alias of x. So in your program, if you write asterisk p anywhere, it will be considered as x. Completing this discussion, suppose you imagine x is a variable stored with the value 10 at address 100. This is variable x. Then p is a pointer and p, notice, is written as p is equal to and x. So p is going to store 100 and p will point to this x. Now onwards, if I write asterisk p anywhere in my program, then it will be considered as x. So suppose if I print, in short I am writing, if I print the value of asterisk p, it is going to print 10. Also you remember, if I write asterisk p is equal to asterisk p plus 1, then what is this asterisk p? This is nothing but x. So this is same as x becoming x plus 1. So x will become 11 and as x becomes 11, obviously asterisk p becomes 11 because asterisk p is nothing but value to which p points. So all these fundamentals I hope are in place, and I know that this revision was also not needed for you all, but still I thought before going to advanced concept pointer to structure, let's revise the points about pointers. Let's now continue with the structure topic written below. You see this? Consider the following structure declaration. We have again gone for a very simple structure declaration. We have declared a struct called point and which contains two things, x coordinate and y coordinate. So two members, and you recall structure declaration always ends with close brace followed by semicolon. This semicolon is a must. And consider the variable declaration as follows. Now you all know that this is just a type declaration. So this is not enough. After declaring the type called struct point, you have to create variables. Variables can be created by writing the type, struct point, then the variable name. So P1 is a variable of type struct point. Then whatever point contains, P1 will contain that. So P1 contains X and Y And you recall from the earlier discussion, this is initialization of p1 dot x and p1 dot y. Similarly, p2 is also a point which is initialized to the given values. Let us now consider that P1 is stored at address 100 of the memory and P2 is located at address 200 of the memory. So I'm just drawing a block here. Just imagine, just imagine that P1 is stored with x equal to 2.3 and y equal to 4.5, and P2 is stored with x equal to 3.8 and y equal to 4.6. Now, each of this will have some base address from where the variable starts. Let's imagine that the base address of P1 is 100 and P2 is 200. All right then. Now you consider the following declaration. Here comes our topic. Actually, the topic is pointer, isn't it? Pointer to structure. So consider this line, this line. Now, the best way to read this line is read the variables first. What is W and T? W is a pointer. How did you note that? Because asterisk is written. So W is a pointer and T is a pointer. But you recall, pointers always have data types. How do you declare a pointer? Let's go on top. Pointers are always declared with data type followed by asterisk followed by variable. So what is the meaning of this declaration now? Check this. W is a pointer, but it should have a type, and the type is struct point. So we read W is a pointer which can store address of any variable which is of point type. Yes, come again. How do you read this T? T is a pointer which can store address of any variable which is of point type. And in the program, we have two variables of point type. P1 is a point, P2 is a point. So W or T can store address of any of these two point variables or struct point variables. So continue reading. W and T are pointers of struct point type. Hence, W and T can store address of any variable of struct point type. So it was so easy to declare pointer to a structure, isn't it? Just as you declare pointer to integer, what you do is you just write the data type and then the name of the variable using asterisk. So if you are asked to declare a pointer, let's say to student, where student is a structure, then you just have to write struct student, where student is structure declared already by you, and just write pointer and the name of the pointer, let's say L. So L is a pointer which can now store address of any variable which is of type struct student. I guess you are understanding declaration of pointer, nothing fancy about that, nothing fancy. Just use the data type, and using data type asterisk notation, you declare a new variable. Okay, let's come to the next point then. Look at the next point. Following statement stores address of variable P1. Here is variable P1, which is a structure variable stored at address 100. So following statement stores address of variable P1 in pointer W. W is equal to and P1. This is so used. We are so used to this line. And P1 means address of P1, and address of P1 will be stored in the pointer called W. So in the memory, there is a pointer called W. Already we have declared that. And this pointer W is literally going to store 100 because that is the address of P1. That's the address of P1. We say W points to P1, isn't it? We say W points to P1. Like that, we can write T is equal to and P2. Although I have not written it in my slides, but we have another pointer T. We have another pointer T which can point to P2. Okay, how do you do that? Simply write T is equal to and P2, and you know address of P2 is 200. So T pointer is going to store 200 and it will point to P2. So it was so easy to store address of address of a structure in a pointer. Well, we now know a few things how to read it. Now we say that W points to P1 as shown in the picture, and asterisk W is the value of P1. That's why I discussed the fundamentals. Let's go out. Let's go up. I'm so sorry. So sorry for this out. Don't go out. Okay. But by the way, once the P points to X, then asterisk P means value to which P points, isn't it? So what is pointing here? W is pointing to P1, isn't it? Now, if W points to P1, then if you write asterisk W, we will get value of P1, isn't it? We will get this value. Okay. Instead, we can also say asterisk W is nothing but P1. Asterisk W is alias of P1. Now we are coming to the end of it, end of the discussion. Very interesting notations I have got here, which will be highly useful in the topics like data structures. Now let's try to access some member x of variable p1. We want this p1's x to be accessed. Let's say we want to make it 10.3. I know it is 2.3 right now, but we want to change its value. So what's the way? The first method is we can write p1.x equal to 10.3. You know that member x should be accessed by using dot operator and write the name of the structure. So we read x of p1, p1.x is read as x of p1 should become 10.3. Now this being the easiest method, isn't it? Anybody would like this method. This is very, very important to understand that you should prefer using this notation while using structures. But listen, we have a pointer now. Check this. W is pointing to P1, isn't it? So can we use W to access X, or can we use W to access Y? Let's see. The method is given in this second point here. We can write asterisk W in the bracket dot X equal to 10.3. Observe this line. Asterisk W dot X is equal to 10.3. Now you know brackets are solved first. I'm just writing this here again, just for our reference. We have written asterisk W dot X is equal to 10.3. Now you know that brackets are solved first always. So asterisk W is solved first. But what is asterisk W? Yes, stick to fundamentals. Dear students, please stick to fundamentals. Asterisk W is nothing but P1. Tell me, are you really understanding it? Asterisk W is alias of P1. Come on. Then asterisk W is replaced by compiler as P1. And then what remains is dot after that. Dot X is equal to 10.3. Hello everyone. This asterisk W dot X and this P1 dot X, that is method 1 and method 2, are after all the same. After all the same. Just check it out again. We had written the notation over here as asterisk W dot X, but recall asterisk W was written in the bracket. Now, why did you write bracket there? Let's see. We have written asterisk W dot X equal to 10.3. Now, at first moment, one might feel that this is okay. Asterisk W equal to asterisk W dot X equal to 10.3, because you know asterisk W is same as P1. So this asterisk W will be taken as P1 and P1 dot X equal to 10.3. So what's wrong with this? But the problem is dot operator is having higher precedence than asterisk. So if you leave this line as it is, if you leave this line asterisk W dot X without brackets as it is, then this will be taken as W dot X, because dot has higher priority. And come on, W, I am pointing here, W does not have X. Who has X? Asterisk W, value to which W points has X. So you have to supersede the priority of dot. By the way, you have to say that no, now asterisk should have higher priority. That is why you have written asterisk W in the bracket. I hope you have understood this. I hope genuinely you have understood this. Don't worry, anyway, we are not going to use this convention a lot because we have a better convention. But I hope the asterisk W is solved first. So it is replaced with P1 because asterisk W is same as P1. W points to P1. And then what remains is dot X equal to 10.3. Okay. So this first method, which is always the best method, I always claim that. And the second method is one and the same. Now comes the fun part. Now the most interesting way to access X, we are trying to access X of P1 is by using arrow notation. You note we can write W arrow X equal to 10.3. You can type arrow on the keyboard by writing minus symbol first, type the minus symbol and greater than. That is why many readers read this as minus arrow also, and many readers read it as arrow. I prefer reading it as arrow. So W arrow X equal to 10.3. I'll just write it again over here. W arrow X equal to 10.3. Now the best way to read this line is X of that structure to which W points. X of that structure to which W points should become 10.3. So X, just check this again, check the mouse position. This X of that structure, this one, X of the structure to which W points. Look at the arrow, isn't it? It is so convenient to read this. So we have W arrow and then X equal to 10.3. Actually, this W arrow, this much that you write here, W arrow, first of all, takes us to the structure. Are you understanding? This will first take us to structure P1. So this basically gives something like, address notation, which will take us to that particular variable. And once you reach P1, you can access the member, isn't it? So W arrow X equal to 10.3 is again same as the first two notations. Okay, just revise this. Just revise this with me again. So suppose, let me clean the slate. This is the task I hate, cleaning the slate. But what to do? This has to go on while the lecture is going. We are so comfortable as teachers to clean the blackboard, but this mouse hovering is something which is really difficult. Okay, here we go. Let's say that we are having another pointer, isn't it? Where are we here? Here. We are having a pointer called t. Now let's say we have written a statement t is equal to and p2. P2 is a point variable as shown in the picture. So address of p2 will be stored by t. So we have a pointer called t which literally stores 200 and points to p2. Now you tell me, if you are asked to make this y of p2 equal to 20.8, let's say, then how will you write that? First method is you can write p2 dot y, y of p2, this is equal to 20.8. On any other day, this is the best method, isn't it? Very simple method. The other method is you can write asterisk t. Now what does asterisk t take us? Asterisk t is same as p2 because asterisk t is alias of p2, followed by dot y equal to 20.8. But this is wrong because dot has higher priority and we want that asterisk t should be solved first so that it will be taken as p2 and then dot will be operated with y. Okay, so this is also same as p2 dot y equal to 20. Now the third method is that you can use the pointer t. You can use the pointer t here. This is the pointer, and you can use the arrow notation. Check that arrow notation will take us to P2. So t arrow x, t arrow y should become equal to 20.8. This will also make y of P2 because come on, t is pointing to P2. So y of P2 will become 20.8. So these three notations are same. One might wonder that if we can write this notation so easily as p2 dot y is equal to 20.8, why do you want to put ourselves in trouble by writing such complex notations, isn't it? But hello, we are coming to the point in data structures and the chapters like that or topics like that where these two notations which look quite complex. Of course, the third one looks quite easy, t arrow y equal to 20.8, but the pointer notations will be compulsory and we cannot escape this. So you better get used to this. Replay the video in case you are not understood it. And I hope it was a very, very interesting and enlightening topic about pointers, how to create pointer to structure. Thank you very much.